Pippa. Okay, last one. And in a way, this brings us back to some of the things Phil was saying at the beginning. I'm going to talk very broadly and very quickly about the one area of the welfare system it's very hard to innovate in, very hard to do anything in, because it's all controlled by central government, really, which is the tax benefit system. So it's theory rather than practice when it comes to the tax benefit system. But I think there are some things we can say about what it would look like if we started to think about citizenship and family and community in the redesign of the tax benefit system. Current system does provide people with appallingly poor incentives. Ian Duncan Smith last night said 98% tax on the poor who are in benefit. Actually, for some people with requiring different benefits, the tax rate's worse than 98%. The whole system does not support family life, and it was very moving to look at some of the stories that came out of the Women's Centre. Women actually on the point of going to jail because they'd the New Labour rhetoric was they'd been benefit thieves by not declaring that their partner lived with them, because if they did declare that their partner lived with them, they'd have lost 2/3 of their joint income. And that's the kind of benefit system we've created, which means that people in abject poverty are being treated as thieves when they dare to pool their scarce resources. There are no clear rights in the current system, and it's organised in this complex, mad way, which I say can only be justified having this benefit. Both systems, the tax and the benefit system, both give you money and take money off you. And they just take money off you and give you money according to two different and complex rules, actually two sets of rules with no shared taxonomy. One focuses on individuals, the other actually focuses on families. You need to, actually as a society, put these things together and work out what we want that system to deliver. What we want, surely, is a system of basic family security. We surely want to make sure that everybody in our society has at least enough minimum income to lead a decent life. Why is this so difficult? Well, this is a hard claim to justify in a few seconds, but I think that what you find is that a lot of this is not about economics at all, it's about politics. We have a system which has been designed to pander to the median earner, the swing voter. And so both the left and the right are in the business of trying to get those critical votes from the middle, and it's actually the middle that holds the key to designing a sensible system. And a sensible system would surely be one where, in a sense, our duties and our rights as a whole community matched each other. As individuals, that's impossible, and we don't want it. We want people who can pay more, to give more, but to give more in a fair way. I don't think the current system is even very fair on the rich. It spends so much time trying to trick them, introducing different tax rates. I thought the ending of child benefit for the rich was a really retrograde step in terms of developing a universal system. Child benefit was one of the few things that we could have built an utterly universal system around. We need a system where people are paying a fair amount of tax to generate a guaranteed minimum family income, individual budgets for those services and supports that people need to control themselves, and free access to the public services that people need. I think that can be done within the existing overall pot of money or something very similar. And I think that would be a fairer and clearer, transparent system. One of the things I think that really does undermine citizenship is if you create systems citizens can't understand. The Romans and the Greeks carved their rules on laws that they put in the public marketplace. A law was something you had to see and know, understand, in order for it to be something that you could live up to. You need a massive big bookshelf to get the laws that we have, just the tax benefit regulations, and certainly nobody understands them, not even the people who author them. So I think we need a new deal, one that we understand, focus on family security, the integration of tax benefits. We need to take the means testing out of benefits, work out what we're going to give people, which is based on their income anyway. We don't need additional means testing systems on top of that. We need to define what is enough for everybody. We need to build our rights to that. We need to make them constitutional. We partly need to do that for the reason that we have anybody has constitutions and we only have a very weak one. It's to provide discipline to politicians. That's what a constitution is. It's something that says, you know, you guys can't mess around with this stuff. It's too important. It can't be changed just because you've managed to get power for a few years. It's more fundamental than that. And we need some more robust organisational frameworks. I think particularly, I'll rein myself in from talking about the damage that's been done to local government. But you know, when you look at the kinds of services that are pinned onto local government and see what they're suffering as local government budgets are slashed, you have to question whether we've really thought some of this through as a society. I am an inveterate optimist. I love this quote, which I've slightly adapted from Winston Churchill. He was saying it about the Americans, I think in the context of them coming into the war. But I think we will do the right thing as a society eventually after we've tried every feasible alternative. And that's what I do believe, that, you know, we do learn, it's a struggle, people make mistakes, but we've got to keep pushing and trying and having a bit of faith in ourselves and in our leaders. And the last quote, which is from the author Ursula Le Guin, but I just thought it was really rather beautiful and does sum up an important truth. Honour can exist anywhere, love can exist anywhere, but justice can exist only among people who found their relationships upon it. So social justice is something we create together as citizens. And that, I think, is what the Centre for Welfare Reform is about. So, to end, these slides will be available on the Centre website if anybody's interested very shortly. Contact details are there for the fellows if you want to contact any of the fellows directly. And you can also contact any of the other fellows or anything else that you're interested in. And a very, very big thank you to BDB for hosting this event. It's really appreciated. It's not, people aren't desperate to come to Sheffield, where the Centre for Welfare Reform is based in the north, although you'd all be very welcome. And it's lovely to be able to put on an event here, very close to the centre of power, the formal centre of power. And a special thanks to Liz, to Alexandra, to Angela, to David and to Nigel for doing the necessary to make all of this happen. So thank you very much.